Good evening everybody and welcome back to JWE on Wednesday Night Wingcrest. We're in Detroit, Michigan, where we will witness the fallout of an absolutely incredible Money in the Bank PLE this past Sunday. Tonight, Lora begins her time as champion after her upset victory over Makoto Nijima as she takes on former champion Mitsuru Kirijo. The Flamebringers and the Gestalt sisters face off as both teams both look for their first tag team victories of the year. And the Vision Warriors face off against the Phantom Thieves of Heart as they try to recover and correct course after a tough loss to the Heroes of Chaos last Sunday. So get ready for a night of chaos, excitement, and showmanship, because this is Wingcrest. And here we go, starting off our night. Introducing first, coming to play, it is the awesome one himself, Mr. 11037. He is your men's Cruiserweight champion, Leon Kuwata. And his opponent. It is the ultimate hope, the ultimate lucky student, Nagito Komaeda. And here we go, both men ready. Ref rings bell, and they meet in the middle, immediately locking each other up. And Leon pushing Nagito back into the corner. These two having some history. Nagito with a sucker punch from the corner, kick to the gut, and now both men locking each other up again. But as I was saying, they have some history together. But nothing really super noteworthy. Elbow drop to the chin. And Leon looking for the 5 knuckle shuffle. Stomp to the wrist. Stomp to the back of the arm. And Leon, I thought he might have tripped over the top rope. That might have been on purpose, though, to get a little bit more rotation on that senton. And now going for the cover. There's one and only one. Nagito kicks out. Leon picking up Nagito, sending him down with a power bomb and a stomp to the shin. And the champion scrambling to the top rope, looking for the diving crossbody. Nagito gets out of the way, now sending Leon for an Irish whip, double leg drop kick. And now a middle rope moonsault. And the cover. 1, 2. Leon fights his way out. The blitz combo, knee to the jaw. And now heading to the corner again, this time just the middle rope. And a diving axe handle punch. Rolling Nagito for the cover. There's 1, 2. And the ground and pound. Leon along the outside. Double leg drop kick and heading up top yet again. Diving. 5-knuckle shuffle. And now in the corner, looking to put this one away with a fastball punch, but Nagito seeing that coming, turning that around. Chicken wing. Leon turning that around with a clothesline. Controlling this match expertly. And now there's a snap mirror kick to the spine right between the numbers. And now Leon heading up top. Nagito in trouble. Diving arm drag against the ropes. Dragging Nagito away. Going for a potential cover. No. Instead, looking for another 5-knuckle shuffle. And the cover. 1, 2, 3. And despite what I said before, I don't think Leon came to play. I think he came to just show why he's still the champion. And there really didn't seem to be anything that Nagito could have done. He may be the ultimate lucky student, but unfortunately luck can only take you so far. Excuse me, I bit my tongue when I said that.
Here is your winner, Leon Kuwata.
And if you ever need a refresher on how to dominate the men's Cruiserweight division, just watch this match back, because that was Domination 101. And now for our first tag team matchup of the evening. Introducing first. Still looking for their first win in the tag team division despite not officially being members of the tag team division. At least not yet. It is the Flamebringer and the Jewel of Morardain. It is Lady Morag-Ladair and Bridget, the Flamebringers.
The following contest is a tag team match set for one fall. On the way to the ring, Lora and Brenton, the Blade Runners.
And despite these two not officially being a tag team, and by that I mean they predominantly fight in the Women's Universal Division, although I don't think Bridget has made her Universal Division debut for this year. These two can absolutely break into the tag team division if they play their cards right. And their opponents, they are one of the more disappointing tag teams this year.
Damage control.
It is Devola and Popola, the Gestalt sisters. And here we go, ref rings the bell. Devola, Bridget, the first in the ring. And Devola with a hip attack. Bridget rolling out of the way, and like I said in the show intro, both of these two still looking for their first wins of the year. Although that's saying more about the Gestalt sisters than it does about the Flamebringers. But yeah. Devola turning that around with a back elbow. Shot right to the lower back, and now middle rope double leg drop kick. And a stomp to the upper arm. Turning around, moonsault from the middle rope. And the cover Morag immediately in to break it up. Seems a little premature to me, but what do I know? Devola takes out Popola in. Popola with the kick right to the spine, and why do teams keep doing that? Devola accidentally in the ring. I hope that doesn't affect any breakups. And now Bridget with a backbreaker. And just a working combo. Looking for a knife edge chop, completely missing. Now Popola on the offensive. Looking for a double leg drop kick. Rigid turning that around. Now forcing Popola up to her feet. Toss into the corner. Tagging in Morag. And a chain attack between Blade and Driver. Morag with the wrist clutch stomps right to the chest. And the cover. There's only one. Morag working on the neck. Tossing Popola into the corner. Looking to tag Bridget back in, but Popola fighting out. Morag capturing her though, walking her to the corner, bouncing her off the top turnbuckle. And now a figure four lever pull leg breaker. Morag heading up top. Not diving, but dropping back down to the apron. Wrist clutch, Popola fights out. Springboard double leg drop kick. Morag fighting back. Popola with an Irish whip, double leg drop kick again. And now tossing Morag into the corner. Morag elbowing out, though. Popola trying to fight back, but Morag with an Irish whip. There's an arm drag. And tagging Bridget back in. Meanwhile, Devola's status about whether or not she's allowed into the ring to break up a pinfall is still unsure. Here we go, bridging pin attempt. Not even a 1 count. Face first into the canvas. Popola the arm breaker. And now toss into the corner, tagging Devola back in. Irish whip. Double back by drop from the twins. And now Devola walking Bridget back into the northeast corner. But Bridget slipping out from behind. Devola reestablishing control. Forcing her up to her feet. Toss to the corner. Bridget with a big open palm strike. But Devola quelling that, sending Bridget for an Irish whip. Belly to belly suplex. Cover, bringing Morag into the ring. Devola making her way to the corner, tagging Popola back in. Popola, slingshot, leg drop, and the cover. 1, 2. Popola forcing Bridget back up to her feet. Walking her into the corner, busting her open. And now top rope. Bridget not having enough energy to make her way back to the corner, but stepping out of the way of that diving DDT. Popola gets out of the way, but not out of the way of that knife edge chop. chicken wing suplex. And now Bridget making her way to the corner, tagging Morag back in. Popola slow back up to her feet, but up to her feet nonetheless. Big facebuster and the cover. There's a 2. Morag kicks out. Popola taking Devola back in. Uppercut right underneath the ribs. Turning Morag around. A second facebuster has hit Morag. And the cover. Did I really just make that joke? Yes, I did. Toss into the corner. Tagging Popola back in. The tag team tactics finally coming to fruition here, but Popola waiting just a little bit too long, allowing Morag to roll her up. There's 1, but no, Popola turning that around. Here's a pinner against Morag. There's 1, there's 2, there's 3. And Morag, a last gasp effort to try to regain some control of the match, try to turn the favor of battle back into her corner, but unfortunately, not quite meant to be. And Devola, Popola, do you see what happens when you stay in your corner, when you don't leave the apron, when you just are there when your sister needs you? Do you see what happens? You can do amazing things. You just actually need... You actually need to put yourselves out... not put yourselves out there, but, forgetting the word, forgetting the exact phrase. Actualize yourself? I don't know.
Here are your winners, Debra and Hyper Damage Control.
But finally, the Gestalt sisters, getting their hands raised, dancing around the ring. The sweet, sweet taste of victory. And next, introducing first, it is the Beast, Dunban.
Is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from Camelot, weighing in at 185 pounds, the Beast, Dunban.
And Dunban having a decent season so far. I mean, it's only been, what, a month and a half, but it's looking better than seasons past. And his opponent, it is the Cyborg Ninja himself,
Weighing in at 175 pounds,
It is Raiden. And here we go, both men ready? And get ready for a high-flying matchup between these two. Very rare in the men's Universal Division. Usually we have heavyweight matches, but these two considered cruiserweights. And Raiden go for the cover. There's one, there's two. Dunban kicks out. And both men very known for their agility, their quickness. There's a rolling heel kick from Raiden. And forcing Dunban up into a seated position. Sliding clothesline across the chest. And now top rope Hurricane Rana. Raiden out with a stomp to the back. Dunban kicking out. And a diving crossbody. Dunban walking up. Raiden walking him to the northeast corner, throwing him into the corner. And a knife edge chop. And again, but Raiden with the block and the kick to the gut. Raiden with a facebuster, forcing Dunban back up. Looking for a diving elbow, but Dunban pushing that away. And now top rope, looking elbow drop. Barely connects, but it connects. Dunban sending Raiden for an Irish whip, but Raiden pushing that away, sling blade. And now the Cyborg heading up top, turning around. Looking for a 540 corkscrew splash, but the Beast gets out of the way now, over the shoulders. The hero of the Homs, as the sign says. And the cover. There's 1, 2. Raiden kicks out. Dunban heading to the corner. Looking for the Tempest kick. And the cover. There's 1. There's 2. Raiden pops the shoulder. Dunban stomping down on the wrist. Down on the upper arm. Trying to get Raiden back up to his feet. Right hand knife edge chop. Clothesline. And a stump leg breaker. Dunban heading up top. Moonsault, or a diving senton, connects. The cover, there's 2, and Raiden will not kick out. Like I said, expect a high-flying, high-action match, and that's exactly what we ended up getting.
the Beast, Dunban.
And a big win for the hero of the Homs. Showcasing that he might truly be back. And starting off our second half of matches. Introducing first.
The following contest is scheduled for one
It is Kaine.
Making her way to the ring from Death Valley, Clyde. And her opponent from Valhalla, the Grand Prix Women's Universal Champion, the 2B.
And her opponent, she is your newest Women's Universal Champion, 2B. Overcoming A2 in a fantastic match on Sunday. Not sure how long she'll hold on to the belt, but... well... at least she's holding on to the belt. Both women ready? Ref rings the bell and Kaine immediately running towards 2B, expecting her to rush with her. And now 2B just stepping back, rolling Kaine up for an early pin attempt. There's one. And now the knife and chop kick to the gut. Snap suplex. And a kick right to the lower spine. Forcing Kaine up to her feet. And a work on the neck. Kaine with a stomp right to the face, rolling 2B around onto her gut, and look for a knee to the side of the head, but 2B sidesteps that, and the knife edge chops. Knee again, and now 2B to the corner, trying to get Kaine up to her feet, and a diving DDT going for the cover. There's one, there's two. Kaine kicks out. And now 2B. Along the apron. Lining up. The diving head scissor toss. Stomp to the ankle. Forcing Kaine up to her feet. Kick right to the chin. And the cover to put this one away quickly, but no, it's a 2 count. B forcing Kaine up to her feet. Spinning back heel kick. And again, looking to put this one away within like 3 minutes. And Kaine kicks out. Kaine showing absolute resiliency. And to be showing why she's a champion. Just not letting Kaine get anything going. Working on the neck. And Kaine turning that around. Open palm slap. Picking up 2B. Sending her down with a power bomb. And back up to her feet. Look for the Irish whip at 2B. Turning that around. Right hand. And using the rope as a slingshot. Sending Kaine to the outside. Up top. Frog splash. Or diving crossbody. To be picking up Kaine. Tossing her into the ring. And work on the leg. And now 2B with a double leg drop. And looking for the finisher, another spinning back heel kick. Cover 1, 2, 3. And the early season woes continue for Kaine, as after her her debut in week 1, hasn't really done much sense. Meanwhile, that's got to be a good feeling for 2B. First match as champion always brings some, expectations, shall we say. And 2B not letting them get to her, at least if they did, or if she did, didn't really show it. And that was just a phenomenally controlled match.
Here is your winner, the 2B!
And for our penultimate matchup of the evening, and our second tag team matchup of the evening, introducing first, they are your former men's tag team champions. And one of them being your men's universal champion. It is Shulk. And your universal champion, Ryan. They are the Vision Warriors. and their opponents. It is Joker and Skull, the Phantom Thieves of Heart.
301 pounds, the Phantom Joker and Ryuji Sakamoto, the Port Foundation.
And here we go, Shulk and Ryuji, the first in the ring. And referee rings a bell in the middle with Shulk immediately turning Ryuji around. Headlock, uppercut right to the mask. Jumping over Ryuji, elbow drop to the spine. And another elbow drop. Joker turning Shulk around with that punch. Okay. And now Irish Whip. Diving underneath. And a double arm drag. A double underhook arm drag, excuse me. And now Shulk tossing Ryuji into the corner, tagging in Ryan. And a chain attack. The pop. And the over-the-shoulder, the Fireman's Carry drop. And a slingshot senton from Ryan going for the pin. There's one, there's two. Ryuji kicks out. Stomp to the back of the head. And now a diving clothesline. Ryan tagging out Shulk in. And Ryuji tags out Joker in. Springboard moonsault from Joker, going for the pin. There's one. Shulk kicks out. Joker with a knee right to the chin. Springboard crossbody, but Shulk gets out of the way. Turning Joker around. Cross-arm suplex. Shulk takes out Ryan in. And now Ryan hitting Ren with that jumping leg right to the chest. And the ground and pound. Stomp to the shin. And now Ryan locking in a leg lock. And Joker getting out by punching Ryan in the butt. You can't tell me that's not what happened. Joker forcing Ryan back up to his feet. And are we looking for the Arsene cutter? Referee, what are you doing? There's one, there's two. Ryan kicks out. I think the referee was just so mesmerized by Joker's beautiful Arsene cutter. And now, Arsene clothesline, and now the cutter going for the pin, and Ryuji just watching along the outside. Ryuji, what are you doing? And Ryuji in the ring, finally making his way out back to the apron. And sorry for that, I had to take control of Ryuji because this game loves to glitch out sometimes. Double A dropkick from Joker. Diving arm drag. And now top rope flying punch. Nah, missed. And now Ryan taking Joker to Suplex City. And here's the cover. There's 1, 2. Joker kicks out. And the Wild down in the corner. 1, 2. No. Ryan takes out Shulkin. Shulk with a flying knee. Going for the cover. There's 1, there's 2, and there's 3. And the Vision Warriors showing that they still got it. They still has what it takes to win matches. And here comes your men's tag team champions. Giving sarcastic applause. Zeke asking, wow, you beat them? You beat them, but you can't beat us? Wow, look at you. And now for our main event of the evening. Introducing first. It is the Ice Queen, Mitsuru Kirijo.
From Japan,
And her opponent, representing the OG Torna, she is your newest Women's Cruiserweight Champion after overcoming an incredible underdog victory against Makoto Nijima on Sunday. She is your newest Women's Cruiserweight Champion, Lora.
Cruiserweight Champion, Lord.
And here we go, both women ready. Referee rings the bell, and they meet in the middle, with Mitsuru immediately beginning with a slap, a few kicks to the chest, to the chin, and to the spine. And now both women locking each other up. Headlock. Now Mitsuru controlling, there's a leg sweep. And the cover. There's a one, there's barely not a 2 count. And now both women locking each other up yet again. Mitsuru winning the wrist clutch. Just putting immense pressure on the radius, the ulna, the small bones in your wrist. But Lora turning that around. And sending Mitsuru down. Elbow drop. And Lora with a stomp to the wrist. Kick right to the gut. And now Mitsuru being picked up. Walked over to the west, over the shoulders, and a fireman's carry bounced off the top rope, and now Lora to the outside. Springboard Hurricane Rana. And Lora going for the cover. There's a 1. Mitsuru kicks out. Lora just working on the neck. Mitsuru definitely has been struggling as of late. Telling me backstage that she doesn't really know what's going on. Because she's doing everything that she's normally been doing, just hasn't been working for some reason. Doesn't really know what to change. Lora to the outside, heading up top. Looking for a crossbody. Mitsuru gets out of the way and greets that with an enziguri. And now, high ankle lock. Lora fights out. And a glancing blow. Mitsuru more confused than anything, and now walking Lora to the southern rope. Foot, meet, neck. And now Mitsuru in the corner. The cartwheel clothesline into the cover. 1, 2. Lora kicks out. And now Mitsuru. Stalking Lora like a vulture, basically. Figure 4. How about a figure 8? But just releasing the hold. I think she's trying to discomfort Lora more than anything, knowing that a submission lock like that would potentially help Lora recover. And now Lora rolling up Mitsuru kicking out at 0. And now Lora, kick to the gut, up, over, falling neck breaker. And looking for the finish. And Mitsuru turning that around with a sharp elbow. Irish whip. Rolling neck breaker. Looking to walk Lora, but Lora elbowing out. Very back and forth in the late stages of this match. Lora sending Mitsuru into the corner, setting her up top. High risk, high reward. Arm drag. Bottom rope moonsault, just not getting the distance. Lora sending Mitsuru for an Irish whip. Turning her around and sending her neck first into the turnbuckle. Not turnbuckle, into the ring post, but Mitsuru catching the kick, sending Lora down. Double foot stomp to the upper arms. Irish whip, sending the champion for a run. Cradle, barrel suplex, and dragging Lora like half an inch away and looking for a submission. Figure eight, just do not release the hold. You release the hold. God, this game is broken. Mitsuru heading up top. Looking for a crossbody. Lora steps out of the way. And now middle rope. Crossbody. Mitsuru gets out of the way, now turning that into an opportunity for the cover. There's 1, 2, 3. Well, there's something different, Mitsuru. Picking up her first win in about a month. By reversal. And not even a reversal, just stepping out of the way. And Mitsuru, you could also just, like, not release holds. That's something you could always do, but... And as we watch the replays, I would like to thank y'all for joining us here tonight. But before we go, an update. This past Monday, on J Ramada, Akihiko was ambushed by Akechi, who sent him into the steel steps before their match and all that. If you haven't seen it, go back and watch it. It's a really good match. But Akihiko is on medical watch. Nothing's been confirmed yet. He hasn't been, I don't say blacklisted from fighting, but he hasn't not been cleared. He is being watched by medical staff. Like his arm is being watched by medical staff. Still looking, still waiting for the results on what the damage is. So just be aware. But with all that, thank you all for joining us. Hope to see you on Friday for clips. And with that, I would like to thank you all. And with that, we are signing out, from Detroit, Michigan. See ya.